Alright, so we realized we never really introduced ourselves. So I'm Kane.
I'm Spork. Like, I'm this voiced one. That one, yeah.
That likes Homestuck.
That anything Homestuck related is because of me.
And I sound like this. And if there's a hand with nail polish, yeah, that's probably me.
And if you watched our videos for some stupid reason, you would probably recognize our voices. And here's the introduction. Kane. No, she's Kane. I'm Spork.
I am Kane, she is Spork.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, This is our video on inside jokes from 2013, 14. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying something new. Mostly because we want to remember these inside jokes from 2013-14. Yeah. But anyways, that's not important. So, in 2013 and 14, all we did was sit around, play Brawl, and Mario Kart Wii, and watch Ezreal make inside jokes. So, as I've said like 5 times, we had inside jokes, and like a lot of inside jokes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were deliberate, but usually just came out of random stupid conversations.
Cough, cough, ball, cough.
Yeah, okay. We flooded our lives with those countless inside jokes, and like Pompo as well. I have to introduce him.
Yeah, he's
the other guy.
Yeah, he's the one that sounds like a male that's in most of our videos.
He's the one who does the siphims. That's Fims.
Yeah, that's him.
He also was part of a lot of these inside jokes, but that isn't important because he's not here right now.
And he doesn't fit in the closet.
Okay, we are in a closet. This is not important. Let's just do this. There's no better way to explain these inside jokes than just telling you the stupid stories behind them, so...
And that came from them.
It's been 2 minutes, let's get into this.
So, we played Brawl a lot, and lots of our inside jokes came from there.
Because like I said, that's all we did, play Brawl.
So, first is DTL.
Dark Toon Link, which is because when I first played Brawl, I made Toon Link, and played as like the black recolor with white hair because I thought it was cool.
Yeah, and we both kind of sucked really bad.
Really, really, really sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Pompo beat both of us like normal, but she took it harder because I didn't really care.
I mean, yeah, I took it more seriously. So I was upset for losing so much, so I just kind of said some stupid shit about Dark Toon Link making waffles to make myself feel better. I don't know why.
So this became a bigger thing, Dark Toon Link making waffles. Eventually she made a 5-page write-up about the origins of Dark Toon Link and his waffles. Originally named Waffles. But
yeah, that's not important. If you want to read it, I mean, it's like a random Word document about the origin of Dark Toon Link, like his in-universe origin, like about how he made the waffles, why he made the waffles.
It's really stupid and super long, so...
It's not too long, but I mean, like, and it's basically not important at all because
anything ever.
Yeah, something about like, it has something to do with the Nightosphere, like the Nightosphere. I mean the Nether, like the thing in the Minecraft.
Yeah,
because we like Minecraft because we were stupid.
We were stupid small children,
and it was 2 years ago. Yeah, it's quite a while ago.
All right. So secondly is
Maxwell government.
Yeah.
Maxwell government. Just saying that, you're like, what? Why are you talking about Maxwell government? Okay, so Maxwell from Scribblenauts. Like the guy with the rooster. The rooster head.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and the inside joke was basically, because I was playing the iOS Scribblenauts game, like the phone one. And there was a government level that I got stuck on because I know nothing about the government. I mean, I didn't. I still don't. So I was just kind of like, Maxwell makes a government, and that's what I've been doing with my life, trying to beat this level.
She complained about quite a bit.
And it became a thing. I don't know why, but it became a thing, and it is my Nintendo Network ID.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that. That was basically it. We just kind of screamed Maxwell as a government, and like every time someone talked about government, we were just like, Maxwell, vote Maxwell for president. Government man. No, it wasn't even like president, it was just general government man.
It's just he was the entire government.
Yeah, that was fun.
Alright, secondly is I like train. Thirdly, because I'm a smart person, I can count. I like train.
I like train. It's not I like trains, kid. because, like, we're very particular about that past tense. Past tense.
I like train. Singular train.
One train, because I made a me, and I like trains kid me, but, like, since his hair is white, and, like, a me can't have white hair, he had gray hair, so he's old.
Yeah, and so we decided that, and we couldn't fit I Like Trains Kid, and he just turned out to be I Like Train.
And
So
it wasn't I Like Trains Kid, because it didn't look anything like him. Because it's a me
it was a
trying
failure.
to replicate the I Like Trains Kid from those Astif movies.
So we decided that I Like Train was I Like Trains Kid's grandfather, and when he was liking train, there was only a singular train.
Yeah, when he used to like trains, and his grandson inherited from him the liking of trains.
Yeah.
And back in his day, there was only one train because singular I like train, and I don't know. I don't know. It was me.
We
me
make
space constraints. Because we make space. That's a really smart one. Oh yeah, and I added wrinkles to him later on, like the me.
Yeah, we have a lot of me's. All right.
That was unrelated, but it's true. It is a true fact. From these years, we had a lot of me's.
So next is No One Can Separate Link and Zelda.
Okay, yeah. You do this one.
So we Pompo had the CD of the Zelda OST.
Skyward Sword, like the anniversary. I'm pretty sure 15,
Yeah,
20,
whatever it
when
was.
Skyward Sword came out.
So we had the CD, and we had a radio, but it had 3 DVD slots?
CD slots.
And so we stuck that in, and we were planning to listen to it. But instead of that, it came on a song that I'm sure you heard if you've ever been to a church that plays Christian contemporary music or whatever.
It's crap.
No One Can Separate. I'm not sure if there's more than to the title, but
Who
whatever.
cares? It's like this random Christian song.
So that came on instead. So I started singing about how no one can separate Link and
we
Zelda.
Were expecting Zelda music. And
so this just went on, and it was awful. I don't remember the words at all. All I remember is singing, No one can separate
me and Pompo were just
Link
like,
and Zelda.
Kane just randomly started singing that. Me and Pompo were like, Dana, keep going.
Yeah.
I called you Dana. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Whatever. So next is Poll. I have to say this really. Yeah, we're moving on.
Okay, fine.
So next one is Poll, and I have to say it boldly because that's the only way you can say it.
Poll is this is really easy. So I was walking down the street one day, and Kane was with me, and I bumped in, like, I don't know what I was doing, getting excited about Eddsworld or something.
Most likely. And
I
she walked into a pole.
I bumped into a pole.
And, like, a couple weeks before that, Pompo had walked into a pole. So I decided that every time we ever walk past a pole, I'd have to say, pole.
So just that we wouldn't bump into one.
So, yeah, because they just kept doing this, and it was stupid.
And we did it, like,
you did it. You both did it once, but I decided to just bring it up.
But it was
every
both of
time.
us once, so it was funny.
Every
time there was a poll, you said it.
I decided to bring that up.
It was pretty annoying. I drew a picture, like I drew a drawing of me walking into a pole, and Kane just saying there like pole.
Like I usually say it after they pass the pole, just to be more annoying.
Yeah, you would forget.
Okay, so next we have no friends.
We have no friends. That was a thing. That was like an explanation for like all kinds of stuff.
So we'd be like, we should make a thing where we have just a bunch of friends go together. A bunch of our friends, we'll have them, invite them all over, and we'll make something. A video, probably, I don't know.
No, I don't even know what we did back then.
Yeah, I don't know. But see, the problem here was we'd realize after we said that who could we bring over? There was like, between all 3 of us, me, Kane, and Pompo, we could only...
Me, Kane, and Pompo.
Wrong person.
Me, Kane, and Pompo. That's something I would say. She's Kane, I'm Spork. These nicknames are confusing, but we're using them anyways.
Okay, so we could only have like 2 or 3 friends over. Like, that we only had like 2 or 3 friends combined.
Yeah.
So it's like 6 people. That's
maybe
a lot of friends.
5, 6 people. Yeah, that's how many friends we had. Like, I had 1 school friend.
And I had like 2, but they probably wouldn't have even showed up.
Yeah.
So
that was just something we said a lot. Like, we don't have any friends. So we said like a lot of multiple people things.
Yeah, and we just couldn't do any of them.
Yeah, back then I didn't even think about like how limited 4 players on a Wii is. We didn't even need to have more than 3. So
Yeah.
I never even cared.
So next, Legos.
Oh, Legos! This is a good one. Okay, so we went to the Lego store once, and we realized...
Well, no, this started with Insane Stormtrooper. Because you gotta say, I don't know why I remember this, but you gotta say
Insane Stormtrooper. It was a Lego figure.
Yeah, because someone had given you a sweater, because I guess they'd grown out of it. But their brother or something had left a Stormtrooper Lego in the pocket, and you thought about giving it back, but she's just like, whatever. So you took this.
The person who's belonged to the sweater was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Not me.
So you took this. Stormtrooper. And we liked stop motion at that point. So we were trying to make a video with stop motion. And we wanted him to come out of a picture of himself, but we didn't really have a camera. So we decided that we'd find him online. But this specific Stormtrooper has red markings on his face.
I don't even remember what our plan was. It was like, the thing with the stop motion we were going to make with the Lego guy was that it started with a picture of him.
And he comes out of the picture.
I don't even know why we were thinking of that. But yeah, we couldn't find this exact model anywhere on the internet. Yeah, we know nothing about Star Wars.
So what's this red Stormtrooper face thing?
I mean, I guess if anyone listens this far in, and we're going to show a picture, I think, probably, of the Stormtrooper, if you recognize it, then, I mean, link us a picture, and we'll just punch ourselves in the face.
Yeah,
punch our past selves.
Idiots.
Idiotos.
So from this, we started collecting Lego figures.
Sorta.
We have like...
We have a lot, actually.
7?
But the important ones will count right now.
These are the important ones. The ones that we made for ourselves from different parts in a build-your-own Lego thing at the Lego store.
I'm pretty sure all Lego stores have that.
An hour away from our house. 2 hours.
Yeah, it was a special event going to the mall with the Lego store. Oh, man.
And the Disney store.
Yeah, but who gives crap about Disney stores like Frozen?
Yeah.
Then what was there? Frozen was a thing back then, actually, when we were talking about. It's weird how long Frozen lasted. Like, it lasted until, like, 2015 or something. And it's still kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like, figurines and stuff.
So, from these, we got, one of them was Dead Sheet Girl. So she's just a Lego figure that has a sheet thing.
Like a ghost. It's a ghost Lego figure, because these were customs, right? She was a Lego with, like, normal shirt and stuff, like a head underneath, where if you take off the sheet that's covering her, her head comes off too.
Because it's stuck, because the head was too big for the sheet.
Yeah, for the Lego thing.
Yeah.
So, the only thing I remember of her story, really, was that no one knew if she was dead or not, but they still called her Dead Sheet Girl.
They didn't know if she was just running around with a sheet, or if she was actually a ghost. But she was just kind of running around.
We didn't even think this through. Like, Darktoon Link, I thinked it through. Like, Thunk. What is it? Think? Thunk. Who gives a crap? Okay.
Alright, and then there's Skeptical Detective Man, who he looks really skeptical. But we
gave him a skeptical face.
Yeah, but so...
he was a detective. I made a detective. Just put a skeptical face on him. I thought it was great.
And did he have like a gun?
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, this is a whole other story. I wasn't even going to talk about this. But I remember when we went to the store, asking the guy if there were any weapons. Like, the guy at the Lego counter, if there was any swords or anything. And he's like, oh, you're lucky. And he looked through, like, figurines and stuff. And, like, found us a sword and a gun. It was so
amazing.
Cool. Like, he spent, like, 5 minutes looking for those for us.
Yeah.
He's like, just for you. And we're like, yeah, guns!
I wasn't there, but you were like, yeah, guns!
Weren't you there?
I wasn't. I wasn't that time. But so, he's all mad because there was one of him, he's all wearing all gray clothing.
Back to Skeptical Detective Man. Start over.
Yeah, black, yeah.
So he was dressed all in gray. And
there was another one in black who was a really bad detective. But he was and Skeptical Detective Man was a really good detective. But they got confused. So then everyone was convinced that he was a really bad detective. And the black one was a really good detective.
Because the black colored one, I don't know if he had a name or not. He used to steal Skeptical Detective Man's cases and, like, pretend they were his own or something.
Yeah, something like that. And we had Shovel Knight Addicted Kid.
Oh.
He's a shorter one that has a shovel, and...
I made him randomly, and we thought about these origins later.
Yeah.
Duh. I made him, he's like a shorter one. He has a helmet on. I don't know, we'll
shovel.
Show a picture, and a shovel. And I had no idea what to make this kid. So, I Shovel Knight was coming out or something, and I thought, oh, that thing has a shovel. I was like, oh, he's addicted to Shovel Knight. He's, like, obsessed with Shovel Knight. So he wants to be Shovel Knight. And I remember, like, my story was that he went out in the forest one day with nothing but a shovel because he wanted to be like Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
He's my favorite, I think.
He's pretty good. And we got his shorter legs on a different Lego person because we realized he was a kid later, and we found these legs later. So we just switched the legs.
Yeah, he didn't have short legs, but we gave another Lego figure short legs. We didn't notice that, like, we were like, oh, he's a kid. Why doesn't he have the short legs?
So we went and specifically got these short legs on the wrong character so we could switch them out.
Yeah, we just stole some short legs from the Lego store.
No, we put them on a character.
But still, whatever, it would have been better if we stole it. We could have shoved it. We could have stole, like, Lego pieces individually. Didn't even have to pay $12 to make 3 Lego figures.
Yeah.
Would have been a better idea.
So we also had Truck and Brick. These weren't ones we made. These were like ones that we had from when Pompo was little because he loved Lego.
These are Mega blocks.
Yeah,
we found these randomly.
They're too big to be Lego and they don't come apart, so we're pretty sure they're Mega blocks. But they're the villains.
And like one of them had a hat that said Truck, so his name was Truck, and the other one had a hat that said Brick, so his name was Brick. Or it might have been switched around. The one with the brick hat might have been Truck, and the one named Truck might have been
Who knows?
Who cares? The story was that they were evil.
And they might have been stupid or something. I don't remember.
Brothers. They might have been brothers.
They were like very muscly. They were
good
like
muscly
which
figurines.
was helpful to Paul, but that's later.
What? Don't even spoil it.
Alright, so next we have Ramune.
Ramune, okay. Ramune is like one of those Japanese carbonated Ramune drinks. You might have heard of them in an anime somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a popular drink. I got one from a Japanese restaurant, and I was like, whoa, this is cool, man!
So we kept it.
I kept it because the bottle was cold.
And at the time, I filled with everything. So I started filling with this, and it was like, it looks like a face!
Yeah, she was just, like, staring at it intently and being like, that's a face.
I did this to a lot of things. I still see faces everywhere.
I still see faces everywhere. Okay. Yeah. You see faces everywhere?
Yes.
Okay, let's just explain it. I don't even remember this. We got, like, so many mixed up, like, thoughts on what Ramune was. I know he loved YouTube, and he was obsessed with YouTube, because that's the kind of thing we talked about then, YouTube and Edsworld, and Edsworld is from YouTube.
Yeah.
Not really. That's a lie. Newgrounds.
So, he really liked YouTube, and I'm pretty sure he went on a quest to become a great YouTuber.
Yeah, I don't know where he heard from this, but he went on a magical adventure to become a good YouTuber, or, like, popular, I think.
Yeah, but he ended up getting cursed. She thinks he got cursed so that he was screaming all the time because his mouth was also his brain.
Yeah, because she said, like, you can stare at the picture and just try to figure out if that's a face or not. Like Dana thought that the little circle ball thing in the head was his mouth,
but also his brain. So I think this is from a different quest he went on. But the other thing we think is that he was cursed so that whenever he watched YouTube, he would explode.
That's a scam, going on a quest to be good at YouTube, only to then find out that whenever you watch a YouTube video, you explode. So he couldn't rewatch his own videos after they were uploaded. That's a weird like paradox, because like, could he rewatch his videos like the versions before they were uploaded, like the files on his computer?
Why are you overthinking this?
Or like, could he only not watch
stop overthinking this.
Fine.
All right.
Who gives a crap about Ramune?
All right. So now we got Demon Pokemon trainer.
Oh yeah, back to the Brawl stuff. After Dark Toon Link, which was like, it was a really big inside joke for as little and confusing as the origin was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I liked Zelda a lot at the time, so I just wanted to shove a Zelda-related inside joke into something. Demon Pokemon trainer.
So you know the Pokemon trainer in Brawl that has
it was cut. Barely anyone remembers him, probably. I don't know.
He's great.
We had good memories. And we're going to explain that right now. And why we call him Demon Pokemon Trainer is because we paused the game a couple times, like, I think in Newport City or something. And when he's blinking, it looks like he
just doesn't have eyes.
Yeah, because he doesn't really have, like, any eye covers. What are these called?
Eyelids?
Yeah. You can't see them. So they're just meshing with his skin color, and it looks like he doesn't have any eyes. So we're like, he's a demon!
And also, he kind of teleports us.
Yeah, he teleports, like...
In Newport City?
In Newport City, I'm pretty sure, And like he's on like
And
random
moving
floating,
stages.
yeah, moving stages. Oh, it's amazing. Like in Mushroomy Kingdom, I think the level's called. But I mean, who gives a crap about moving stages?
Yeah, who actually plays them? We only played them when we were playing
When we had Demon Pokemon Trainer, because like, oh man.
Because he's great.
On like custom stages, he was just on a random platform in the background, like no way of getting down. And like temple, I think as well.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, like that didn't have anywhere for him to stand in the background. And I remember playing Newport City with like all of us playing as Demon Pokemon Trainer or Pokemon Trainer, and there's like 5 of them in the background just running around Newport City.
5 of them.
4 of them. 5 of them, yeah. And I don't know. I thought it was fun.
And we're taking screenshots of it because.
Yeah, I think I deleted some of those because Mother 3 emulators. Oh, I regret that.
This also led to Okemon and Pogoron.
Oh yeah.
Which were games, they were set before the Pokemon series.
Okay, here's the origin. This was actually not too badly thunk out. Like, I kind of like it. We made this a while ago, though, in 2014. So what it was that Demon Pokemon Trainer is our protagonist. Well, let's give his origin first.
So he got stuck in the Pokemon world because he got kicked out of the Nightosphere.
Yeah, because he's a demon, and I mean, I liked Adventure Time at the time, and the Nightosphere is like hell from Adventure Time, except like for specific demons or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
No.
Marceline's dad is from there. What's his name? I don't know. I forget his name. I'm bad.
Alright, so
yeah, he got kicked out for like not killing enough people. Demon Pokemon Trainer did. And I don't know. He probably wasn't Pokemon Trainer back then. But who cares?
But he ended up going to the Pokemon world.
Kanto, I guess.
But this was before they started using Pokeballs. Instead, they just throw rocks at Pokemon until they killed them.
Yeah,
and to fight,
this was before Pokeballs were invented.
They respawn. They would like make their spirits come out of the rocks.
Yeah, with like reincarnation spells and stuff. It was dark.
Very dark. And Demon Pokemon Trainer didn't need these. Like the potions people use
because he had demon powers. And
hey, Pompo!
We're kind of recording something.
Shut up. Alright, so
okay, that was Pompo. He just kind of came.
Ignore him.
He just kind of came here.
Yep. Alright. So, they throw these rocks at them. And the villain of this story was Porky.
Yeah, Porky from, where it's found. He was the evil team. Him and, like, his Porky bots or something, like, because before Mother 3, like, teleports through dimensions. And one of these dimensions was, like, Kanto, I guess, because I guess he's from Kanto, because he has starter Kanto Pokemon. Who cares? I'm pretty sure he had all starters because he killed Professor Oak. I'm pretty sure that was the origin.
Probably. Or he waited for hours, and we were going to make a game about this for some reason. And we were going to have him sit there for the entire ride, watching every Pokemon in the game walk by. Just all of them. And also, all of them had Goron faces and were Nessats.
Yeah, so that was basically, I don't know if we recapped it good at all, but
No.
I mean, it's basically Pokemon, just like, with Pokey.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a
That's why it changed to Pokemon.
It was Pokemon, and then, like, it adapted into Pokemon, because this was, like, 1,000 years before, like, Gen 1. And apparently Professor Oak was still alive then.
Yeah, Professor Oak's immortal.
And, like, no, he had a different rival. It was, like, some girl with pokey hair.
Yeah.
Because she was evil.
And so we ended up making a card game, which was, like...
Yeah, and I made a comic that didn't go very far. We made a card game.
That we gave up on because it was stupid.
It was like a primitive version of Pokemon.
It wasn't like Pokemon.
It wasn't like Pokemon. It was more like a crappy card game made by 12-year-olds.
Like we made.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah,
And we just drew Pokemon with a Ness hat and a Goron face.
So, a slightly better version of this game where we just had every character ever. This is the next topic.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just have to say something about...
Okay.
I mean, that was like just when we were getting into the Ness Goron thing, which we're still in, because Ness and Goron are the best.
They're the mess.
The mess? They're the
They're
best.
mess.
They're Ness.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't need explaining. I'm not even gonna explain that. Like, if you're even seen, like, this channel, if you've seen our board, like, our... What is that even called? Like, the thing behind our channel.
The poster or whatever? I don't know.
The thing, it's got, like, Sun Gorons on it. Yeah.
And our videos ever. Like Nest Day.
Nest Day was recent. That was a thing we did this year and last year.
Anyways.
Yeah, the card game. So we made that one. The Pokemon thing. The Okemon.
Before this, we made a card game called the Not Name Card Game.
Yeah, it was huge.
It's called the Not Name Card Game because she made me name it, and I don't name things.
She's bad at names.
This thing is, we had like at least 100 cards.
Way more than that. It's in the ground now, the card game.
Yeah.
We buried it.
Don't question that.
Yeah. I mean, it was a time capsule. It's easy to explain.
Yeah.
And we had tons of like inside jokes from it, and I mean, we played it all the time. But in the end, like the cards, it ended up being like a matter of like quantity over quality. So we just made a shit ton of like useless cards that weren't thought through.
We had the stupidest cards. Like we were looking through it, and we're like, why did we have this one? And we never used some of these cards were never used ever.
Yeah, I don't even know if we had like some of them in a battle ever. And we had this stupid weakness thing.
Yeah,
where you had to wait like 5 turns for it to activate, and you'd lose like 5 health or something, like 20 health.
It was stupid, and we weren't good at counting turns.
Yeah, so the weaknesses basically were never a thing.
Mm-hmm. So some jokes that came from this. Well, kill MatPat. I'm sure you've heard of game theory.
Yeah, MatPat from game theory. We were into that at the time.
Yeah, so we really like game theory, and we put him in the card game with one of the earlier cards. So one of the first matches we ever did, we both ran out of money, which you needed to do moves.
Yeah, you need to pay for your moves with like in-game money.
But
it was kind of stupid. It wasn't very well thought out because
we ran out of money, and I was about to kill her. So I'm just like, and whenever a new card comes on, you get more money. So I killed my card, MatPat,
to get his money,
and put on a new card, and so I could kill her.
So she killed MatPat. Her card, like the card she was using, because MatPat was in the card game.
Yeah.
She killed him, her own card, to get get his money or something.
I don't know. And
yeah, to get his money so you could kill me and you win the match. Yeah, and that became an inside joke for some reason.
Yeah, that just kept being brought up, and it became a card MatPat medicine that could only be used on MatPat, but you could kill him.
I don't even
and
know.
Get
I
his
think
money.
Wasn't it for standstills? Like,
yeah,
if there was ever a
for
standstill.
standstills. Another thing that came from it is Bing Red.
Okay, this one's weird. Okay, so Bing, like Christopher Bingham, he worked on Eddsworld somehow. He does like the comedy stuff like Tomska does. I don't know. He's a YouTube guy. You might know him. Blah.
Maybe, possibly.
Yeah, we didn't even explain Eddsworld. Eddsworld is gonna be a thing later. It's a web series.
We really like it.
It's a web series. Okay?
All right, so Bing Red, this is mostly his Eddsworld version, and partly his videos about art.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was called. Like, he made, like, art, like, fake art tutorials, and they were amazing.
Yeah, and they had stuff to do with bread, one of them.
Yeah, he was, like, it was, like, an ongoing theme. He was, like, obsessed with bread in them. But, yeah, he made, like, videos about that.
Eventually, she was making a card, and she was using red, and we ended up saying, Bing Red! And that just slowly became more and more of an inside joke.
I don't even know what happened. So I was making a game for the card game, back when I had colored ink, and I, like, colored them random colors, like red and green and stuff. Because I don't think I had black ink, I just had colored ink.
Yeah, that's why you were doing colors, because it looked kind of stupid.
It's true.
And,
oops,
iCarly.
She sat on an iCarly.
So we had this, and this is just the stupidest thing ever, but it just slowly became bigger and bigger.
I don't even know why it was Bing Red.
Yeah.
I think it was a typo.
It was a typo or something.
It might have been a typo, could have been anything. And it just became a huge thing. Every time we saw the color red, we would just scream, Bing Red!
Because thought that was...
It was fun, I guess. I don't know. And I made a me, like a Bing me.
And if you make them your favorite, they can have red pants.
Yeah, and I was so excited about that because I was like, oh my god, Kane. We can have Bing Red. He can have red pants.
Bing Red.
So I made like a second Bing me because I had one. It was like my favorite me. It was like the most accurate looking one because I made Eddsworld me's.
A lot.
This is weird. We're just gonna keep saying Eddsworld like constantly offhandedly, like you know what we're talking about. But okay, be patient. We'll get into Eddsworld.
Okay,
it's a thing though.
So this is another Eddsworld starting one.
Yeah, this is kind of related to Eddsworld.
So there's an Eddsworld a character named Tom. He's like a big character.
You probably know him if you know what Eddsworld is. The guy with eyes.
Yeah. So when we were making the card game, we made a box with a shoebox, and it was too big to take anywhere.
Yeah, we made a box to put the cards in, like store them in and stuff.
It's massive.
And we did like box art for it, where we drew a bunch of the main characters in the game
that we had so far. But we're like, we should color it, because
they're stupid. We didn't think about how much of a job it is to color something.
We're not the most dedicated people.
Yeah, so we just kind of started coloring it, and then got bored, distracted by something, and then just left it, like, half-colored. And Tom, he was mostly colored.
Like everything was colored, except for his hair. It was just white. His
skin was colored, his hoodie was colored, and, like, his hair was white, because we left it blank. And we're just like, ha, he looks like an old man!
Because that's what we thought. White equals old man.
White hair equals old man.
Yeah, so
we're like, it's old Tom, he's old guy.
And then we decided to make him a card, but we're like, that would just be another Tom.
Yeah, this brings up the quantity over quality thing. We made old Tom into a card. We were so desperate.
But see, we didn't make Tom with white hair. We looked up old Tom on Google Images and came up with this cat thing, children's book thing,
and that made a beer company and horses. We looked at the pictures that came up on Google Image Search, and we looked up old Tom, shoved them together to make this card.
Yeah, and that it made beer and read children's stories, and it got ran over by horses as a child.
Something stupid like that. It doesn't make any more sense if I were to explain it again. That's all it was. And we just made it a card, and he didn't even come out. I don't even think we ever used him in a match.
Nope.
Oh, the old card game. So many cards. It took like 3 hours to do a random battle.
Yeah. But then we played the new one, and it took 5 hours.
Well, I mean, we have a new card game now.
Yes!
Another mom. Mom interrupted.
We're not gonna rock anything.
Yay, moms.
Yay.
Mom interruptions.
We have a brother interruption and a mom interruption. Alright, so next is Fangbone.
I wasn't done with Old Tom, but who gives a crap? The new card game. But yeah, so we made a new card game. Not to brag, but it's better.
It's quite a bit better.
It's quite a bit better, more fun. It's like balanced, it's decent. It has abilities. Like the old card game only had weaknesses, and like I said, it was those really crappy weaknesses.
It was bad.
We had to rate turns from them.
Alright, so
anyways,
let's go on to Fangbone. So we were having a sleepover one time.
And like her TV is broken, so we just kind of turn it on.
It's like a 20-year-old TV, so the only way for
My TV is old, okay?
But this one has been used constantly for 20 years.
Yeah, sure, okay.
And so the only way to turn it on was to get the sound to go on was to hit it, but slowly that got worse and worse.
Slam the side of the CRT TV, just like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you take care of electronics, Kane.
Yeah, it's true though. But slowly that stopped working, so then the sound wouldn't work at all. But we wanted to watch TV. So we decided to make up our own words to this random show.
Yeah, because the sound wasn't working, so it was muted. So we watched this random, like, Disney XD show, I think, that was airing called Fangbone, and we couldn't hear it because the sound didn't work. So we just made our own words to it, tried to figure out what was happening. Oh, it was more fun than it sounds.
It's quite fun. You should totally try it.
We used to do this with another, like, stupid after-school show on, like, I don't even know what channel. Carl 2.
Yeah, Carl 2.
Yeah, it was like a really stupid
Canadian
Canadian
it's actually
show.
Supposed to be called Carl Square.
Yeah, but
we call it Carl 2.
It was Carl 2 because the 2 was normal size. And then I remember the intro.
Yeah, and we'd sing about
inside jokes.
Yeah.
Again, all these inside jokes were probably in it. Like, we used to make references to, like, Eddsworld and Ass Stiff. Like, when we made the lyrics, the script.
Alright.
Anyways, it was spazzy screaming lines at each other.
Yeah. And we'd be like, who wants to be this character? But we never really do.
Then we just kind of, like, took up roles as it went.
Yeah.
It was fun. We used to do that sometimes. It got boring after a while, so we stopped. And Fangbone was one of those things. We just kind of, like, took moves. We put them in the card game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one. Like, Old Tom Fangbone, just really crappy characters.
I Like Train.
They were like a one-time inside joke. I Like Train was in it, yeah. Like, we brought up I Like Train earlier. He was just in it.
Okay, and now Bobby's a number.
So Bobby is, like, this really random character from Billy and Mandy that was, like, evil. I barely remember the episode, but I put him in the card game for some reason again!
We couldn't even find a picture of him, so it was just a question mark.
Yeah, I couldn't find a picture of him on the internet at the time. So he was just a question mark the whole time. It's like, no one knew who Bobby is except for me anyway, so...
So, like, Pompo was writing a list of numbers or something. He was going like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because in the card game, like, you had to do math to add up the health because it was uneven numbers, like, not just fives
it was
and
like
tens.
really stupid amounts.
So we
of
had to
numbers.
use like a calculator, but he was using his head. He's a smart.
Because he's a smart person.
So he was doing math in his head, and he just wrote Bobby as a number.
Instead of writing a number, he wrote Bobby.
Because that was his card he had. Because he was trying to figure out how much HP he had or something. And it was an inside joke.
Yeah,
Every time there was a number, we just said Bobby.
Okay. So, next one.
Oh, yeah, and like, one of the first card games we had.
Or cards we had. Was
Tim Tim from like Tobuscus songs.
But even in our hundreds of cards and putting in stuff like Fangbone, we never put in
Fangbone, Alec Train, Old Tom, Bing Red.
Yeah, we never put in Tobuscus. We had Tim from like the beginning. But
yeah, Tim was like card number 4. Like after us 3, we made him.
We made us 3, or we made the 2 of us, and then Ed's World characters, and then we made Tim.
Tim. Yeah, I mean,
it was as we were listening to the songs.
Yeah, his quirk was that he didn't have any money because he's in debt because Tobuscus, but who cares? Yeah, I mean, paper fell on the ground.
Good job.
So, we just made him, we never made Pat.
And
Tobuscus, not Matt Pat.
We definitely made Matt Pat.
Same thing. Who cares?
Okay, so next one is Don't Cheat Had. I kept accidentally cheating.
In the card game, like,
yeah, when we were playing, I kept
I don't
accidentally.
Even know. Like,
I don't know.
She used to like write the wrong numbers or something.
Yeah, I'd write the wrong numbers. I'd stick my dead cards back in my pile. I don't even know. I just do this.
Yeah, and I think you were.
And I just scream at myself, "Don't cheat, Had!" and
insane.
fix whatever I was doing.
Yeah, and
I don't really remember.
I don't know who gives a crap.
And then Melted Gun.
This is like unrelated to the card game, but I just wrote it like. We have a script here, sort of. Not really at all.
We just kind of have notes.
We don't have a script, so notes like normal people. Because we're normal people.
No, we're not. Okay, so
Melted Gun. Okay, I'll do this one. So once when I was really tired, I think I was playing like Smule or something. Like honestly, I remember this now. Like that Smule piano thing. I was playing it because I was bored, and like it was really really late. I don't know. Whatever really really late was 2 years ago for me. It's probably like 1. And I was tired, and my brain was, like, spazzing out, and I just thought, oh no, the gun is melting!
And so this became a thing, we would scream.
I don't know why. That's how desperate we were for inside jokes. 'Cause it was our life, just making countless inside jokes like this.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
Alright, so we've been mentioning Edgeworld this entire time.
We have been mentioning Edgeworld a ton, yeah, that's true. And you're probably like, if you don't even know what Edgeworld is, you're probably like, what? So, it is a web series that you found sometime 2013.
Pompo found it. He showed it to me. I showed it to you.
Yeah, because you were bored one day. You're just like, I have no idea what to show you, so let's just watch this because Pompo showed it to me.
And at this point, you were scared to look up anything on the internet.
I was scared of the internet because I heard people talk about porn and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to accidentally find some.
Yeah.
That was actually my reason.
But you do not understand how much we love this. We loved Edgeworld.
We loved it so much. Like as soon as I watched it, like first when I saw with Snowger, like we just got obsessed with it. Like so obsessed.
Okay, I might have wrote Matt's World when trying to find it
for the first time. Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
but
used to call Tord Todd.
Yeah, I was bad with names, but. See, she memorized like half the episodes.
I knew like how to quote like most of them. Movie Makers, I knew what the future, like Space Face, stuff like that.
Yeah, so with Space Face, I knew it was around 10 minutes, and I had to time out around 10 minutes. So instead of counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi...
She just quoted the episode!
I just sat there quoting the episode.
In your head.
Yeah, just sitting... Actually, I think I was talking. So okay. I was just sitting there, saying all of the lines in the entire episode, just waiting for the 10 minutes to be up.
Yeah, fun times. And I mean, like, how one of the reasons we got into it, like, was because, like, we went to, like, a Santa train thing, like, I don't know, 2013, probably. And, like, us 3, this was before I was, like, really friends with Pompo, and, like, he's her brother,
So, yeah, I've always kind of known him.
Yeah, and like we their cousin, your guys' cousin was there or something.
Yeah.
And we just did a random story. Like, Edgeworld came up, like, a couple times in it.
Yeah, and that's also where the name Pompo comes from.
Well, I mean, that random story is, like, was a big thing, but who gives a crap about it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, again, if you want to contact us.
It was originally Ironic Pomegranate, who was, like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was just,
Charlie
and by
Apple.
random story, we mean, like, so one person says a word, like, the cat went on an adventure.
What?
That was an adventure. There was an example. It
Yeah.
was one of those, like, one person says a word, the other person says a word kind of things.
Yeah.
And it was just really fun because, like, we had us four, like, me, Kane, Pompo, their cousin.
Yeah. So we were doing that, and
anyways, back to Edgeworld.
Edgeworld came up a lot.
Edgeworld just came up a lot, and is what I mean. I don't know. We should have mentioned that earlier. Who cares? And Edgeworld is, like, the reason that me and Pompo are friends. Like, that was, like, the first thing that we really talked about.
That and Brawl.
Yeah. Mostly it.
So we've made, on my we made
Wii.
every single Edgeworld character we could think of.
Like, pretty much everyone.
We were looking people up on the wiki to find out. We made everything
like,
one we could
if you've
find.
watched Edgeworld, you probably recognize, like, Ed, Tom, Matt, maybe Tord. And, like, okay, so there's all kinds of people. We made Future Ed. We made the Future Matt. I think we made, like, Edius, too. Like,
We made Past Tom. We made...
yeah, we made the Future...
Eduardo.
Well, yeah, like, Tim, Mark. Those are Eduardo's, like, cronies.
Yeah. We made Laurel.
Laurel from Movie Makers, like, the girl. We made Dewey. Dewey's, like, the guy with the blonde hair. And Shoe. Obviously, we tried to make a Shoe me.
Yeah, that didn't work so well. Okay, you have to understand the fact that I'm saying these names is surprising, because I can't remember real people's names.
And you probably have no idea who these people are. You're just like, what? It's
Yeah.
like, they're just background characters. All of them are like, every character pretty much, there's like 4 characters that appear in Edgeworld, like, more than once.
Yeah, but then there's all these background characters, and
And we
I
read
know
them
their
all.
names, and they don't even mention their names in the episode.
They're usually all in the
And
credits.
I took months to remember my real friends' names, and I know these Edgeworld's characters' names.
And still, after like 2-3 years.
Yeah, where, and we loved Edgeworld, and we kept waiting for new episodes to come out.
Waited forever and ever. And I mean, this was before the end came out. The end came out like a couple months ago.
Yeah, this was
way before.
So, at, like, the end of 2014, the New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
Powerade came out. And, you see, we are not girls who squeal. We don't squeal.
Obviously.
We yell, but we don't squeal.
And, like, so Powerade came out after, like,
And
last episode came out.
I was
like,
looking around on the YouTube of the Wii that was broken, because you couldn't play games
we were
on it.
watching YouTube on the Wii that overheated.
And-
That's another story.
So we were looking through it, and I was looking through animations because I was bored, and then I saw Power Ed.
Power Ed, Edgeworld, new episode.
We squealed so loud.
We ran around the house.
Screaming, but we started with squealing, and my mom was so scared. She thought something was wrong, because we did not squeal.
Yeah, she thought that we were hurt or something. She just, it was concerning that 2 kids just ran around the house. We just, like, banged on Pompo's door, like, his room, like, da-da-da-da!
And, yeah, we were very loud.
And we just, like, ran outside all over the house. And we waited, like, 10 minutes to watch it, just preparing.
Yeah. Okay, so if you've ever watched Edgeworld, you know that Ed loves cola.
Yeah.
But now, we both love cola as well because of Edgeworld. Before this, neither of us really liked, Coke at all. So we just kind of, her mom wouldn't let her have it.
Right,
I'd rather root beer. And so, she started to love it. And whenever I was around her, I'd only drink cola. When I was alone, I usually drink root beer.
But I mean, like...
But she would never drink anything other than cola. We'd be sad if there wasn't cola.
Yeah, we were, if there was Pepsi, we were just, like, depressed, constantly complaining about how there was Pepsi and no Coke.
Yeah, it was sad. And she, even because of the, What the Future episode, where, Future Ed gets sprayed with cola, she decided, she bought a water gun.
I went to Walmart with my money, like, I had my allowance, I bought a water gun and a bottle of Cokes. I didn't tell my parents, like, what I was using it for. I just went home, I filled the water gun with the brand new water gun, didn't even wash it. and poured the Coke bottle entirely in it, and it fit, like, perfectly. And I walked up to your house.
And it was leaking.
Yeah, I walked in your house, and Pompo's just like, what's in there? And I'm like, it's Coke. Don't tell the person.
Yeah, don't tell me. So she comes out, and I think my mom noticed, and she's like, "Don't spray Kane with that."
And I'm just like,
And you're like, "Okay, I won't." And then we walk outside, and you just spray me with this thing, and it took so long to get on my hair.
yeah,
like,
just a water gun full of Coke.
Yeah, she just
Coca-Cola.
And she for years wanted to do.
Not for years, for the entire summer.
Wanted to have a water gun fight with only cola.
And I mean, we never really got to
and
it.
my mom would always go, "No, you're not allowed to do that." So we were saying we'd do that in secret, but we ended up doing it with club soda or something.
Remember, yeah, something like that. We had like club soda and we filled the
really
water guns
gross.
with it because it's not filled. It doesn't have any sugar in it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think we did that. And then I remember having a cup full of Orange Crush, and trying to throw it at you.
Yeah, and I was trying to dodge it, but
Yeah.
I couldn't dodge, but she couldn't aim either.
Fun times.
So this doesn't even scratch the surface of how much we
Yeah,
love
okay,
Edgeworld.
so back to Ed's World. I don't think you get how much we were obsessed with it. It was our life. That's how pathetic we are. That entire summer and, like, the year, pretty much, was just devoted to Ed's World.
We really liked Edgeworld. So there was also the Edgeworlds were not coming out quickly.
Yeah, of course, like, Ed's World, I don't know if it's notorious or not, but, like, you know what, episodes don't come out, because, understandably.
Yeah, there's reasons, but it just didn't come out. And, so Tomska, he was kind of in charge, and he posted a picture
Of the script, like, for the end? I don't know if we knew about this, obviously, but there was Tomska posted a picture of the script being written, and put it on, like, his Twitter or something.
And all we could get from it was Tom saying, "I'll harpoon you a new one."
Which is in the final episode.
It is
a great line. That was, like, mostly because of this.
That was 2 years ahead.
That was 2 years before the actual episode came out, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
And that was, all we had of the end.
But we started yelling that.
I'll harpoon you a new one, with no context. It was hilarious.
And in that script, it also said Red Leader. And we'd heard about the Red Leader before.
No, I think it said something about Tord, actually. But...
No, it said Red Leader. It just said Red Leader.
I don't know.
Because they didn't want people to actually realize it was Tord. It just said Red Leader.
No, wasn't it like, hello, old friend?
Yeah, it said Red Leader, hello, old friend. But we're like, what? Who's the Red Leader?
Yeah, because Red Leader was, like, offhand mentioned in What the Future was.
Yeah. And, we started joking about how Helicard?
Helicard is the guy
that says A-head.
He's like, A-head.
And gets shot by Future,
and he's
Ed.
in, like, Spares.
And goes blood, blood, blood. And says
Blood,
A-head.
blood, 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 blood.
And falls out of airplanes, but you probably didn't notice this. We just...
yeah.
Ed's in space, but only for, like,
he's in space
a millisecond.
For, like, 10 seconds. Less than that, like 2 seconds.
It's so fast that you can't see it if you don't pause the episode.
Yeah. Sometimes. We knew about this stuff, and we thought Helicard, well, we didn't think,
we decided that Helicard fell in a vat of paint.
Red paint, so he became the Red Leader.
And this paint made him a very good, leader.
Government man.
And so he was Red Leader.
I don't even remember anything about that. I just remember drawing him. It looked like jam, but it wasn't jam. I always wrote that. It was red paint that he got on his face and turned into the Red Leader.
So, something that went along with him was his clones, and those came from...
Oh yeah, he had clones. I don't even remember why, but here's why. Okay, for the moment you've all been waiting for, not at all.
But something we've been waiting for is...
The biggest inside joke of all.
Just generally,
of the whole, like, year and a half. Paul from Ed's World, the guy who animated Fun Dead, the guy with the really nice art style, him in the show. He's barely in the show. The guy that says Cloudberg.
Yeah, that guy who yells Cloudberg and has really big eyebrows.
You might know him.
And he's, like, in a couple things. He's not in it very much.
You barely know. I've talked to some people about this, and they have no idea what Paul is. But anyways, he's a really minor character. And
this is the biggest inside joke we have.
We were obsessed with Paul. We made everything Paul. Paul puns. We had a day devoted to Paul.
A nest day before that, a year before that, was Paul Day.
A Paul clips. We had, oh man, I remember I stayed up one night on a sleepover just making Paul bees.
We had half of the Miis we had were Palmies, just different Palmies.
Yeah, like bird Paul, female Paul.
We were
anything.
singing about how Paul was on fire. Like
We made like music parodies
we did
of Paul.
Paul. We would just scream about Paul. We really liked Paul. Like
Yeah.
for the card game. She decided she made like 20 cards of Paul, but accidentally deleted them,
Yeah,
so they
thank
never
God.
actually ended up in the card game.
I mean, we had a couple. There was Evil Paul,
And-
which was just an evil Mii. Yeah, like a lot of these came from the Mii's too.
Yeah.
And song parodies, like it was like that song is like this girl is on fire. We made this Paul is on fire because that's how stupid we were.
Yeah, and there's a sign on our wall that says polish in nail polish.
It's just nail polish because
Yeah.
I stole your nail polish and I'm just like, hey, polish.
Yeah, and we had Dead Paul in the card game.
Dead Paul.
Who was, you couldn't get rid of him because he had so much health, but he also couldn't attack.
He
'cause
couldn't
was
attack
dead.
and he had a ton of health and it was the worst idea ever.
It was horrible
And
card.
what else do we got about Paul? Just
Well, a thing that came from Paul was one time we were driving along and we saw this moving truck called Paul's Moving.
we were like coming up from Walmart or something.
Yeah, Paul's Moving.
There was a truck
Sponsored
called
by
Paul
Bing.
Moving, and we're like, no, it wasn't even sponsored. Like Bing, the search engine, said something about that.
Yeah,
on
it
the-
said sponsored by Bing, and they meant Bing the search engine.
something like that. I don't
Um,
know if it's sponsored.
Yeah,
but
it said sponsored by Bing.
something about Bing, the search engine, and it said Paul. We're like, those are Eddsworld characters, dude.
And so this is something that drove the
The Paul
apocalypse even farther.
Yeah.
That all started because Pompo, one time, we were playing as a Palmy in Mario Kart, and he's like, it's the apocalypse.
Yeah, and then we're like, oh my god.
And so we just put more Paul. But this,
Yeah.
Paul's Moving.
Yeah, Paul's moving, like the truck, the random, it's like a local moving thing, and it's hilarious because like it's in some guy's garage.
Yeah. So
But
we decided.
we got obsessed, like this fueled our obsession, like she said, and we have a whole origin for Paul's moving too.
It's a cloning company.
Not
And-
a moving company.
It's they do not they help you with moving by cloning you, so there's more of you, so you can do the work. You'll see the picture of it. That's on
Yeah,
it.
we did
And
this
there's
fan
this,
art that we took like an hour on.
and there's a little thing on the side that says, not guaranteed to actually help with moving.
So he was like scummy.
It was really bad, and
So Paul cloned people in his truck, I think.
yeah, he had truck, that Lego guy we
Yeah,
mentioned
the
before,
Lego-
as his muscle. He had him captured in the truck so that he could use him as muscle to threaten people.
Yeah, threaten people if they don't use his moving company. That's the kind of thing we made up.
Yeah, and there's this one dead character in Ed's World that was in there.
Patrick.
Yeah,
The
Patrick.
guy from Snowger that's beside
Yeah,
Paul in the
Patrick.
plane.
And
He's
he's
even more obscure. I think he was a backer, like a Kickstarter.
yeah, and so he's
Fundraiser,
like
whatever it was.
they're dead inside of
Yeah, he's dead and fun dead.
and so we're like, Paul killed him, and he feels no regret because he's Paul.
This Paul's the best.
Paul is amazing.
Why? I don't know.
We really liked Ed's
We
World.
had a problem. We were obsessed with Eddsworld. Paul was like
we-
a whole obsession
Yeah,
in
we
itself.
do more than the wiki. Like, we were like, the wiki's wrong. That kid appears twice.
Yeah, they did. The wiki had wrong things. I remember correcting the wiki.
Yeah. We were
Anyway.
and we really liked it.
Yeah, that was our life.
And the thing that helped Paul was this little video called The Story of Paul.
Oh yeah, that was something Helicard made, I
I think, yeah, it was Helicard.
Helicard, like the actual guy. He
Um,
animated this little video called The Story of Paul and The Story of Paul 2. You
So-
can link that in the description. Because that's good. It's a good video.
yeah, it's amazing.
It's like 2 seconds. Like
You
the first
have to
one.
watch it.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's just like a really stupid Paul
Yeah, it's
video.
amazing.
It has Paul in it, and we loved it. We loved it because we were obsessed with Paul.
We
for
fell
no
in love.
reason. You gotta understand that. He's a really obscure character. We were obsessed with him for no reason because that's how weird we are. And,
Yeah.
like, I mean, it was kind of like the prototype of our Nest obsession, but more extreme.
Yeah, you've seen our channel, so you know about our Nest
Our
obsession.
Nest Gorn kind of obsession thing.
This is bigger than
This
that.
was like twice as much. That's, yeah.
And this isn't even a main character. This is just a random animator who no one really knows about.
We are the weirdest people!
So, yeah, that's
I'm
2013
gonna end that.
and
Let's
14.
end it on that.
We really liked Ed's World.
We really liked Ed's World. Recap over. I guess we introduced ourselves. And if you made it this far, golly gee.
Why would you watch this?
Well, I need to give you a tip on something. I don't know. I have a shiny Pachirisu. You can catch one too. If you just, like...
Try really hard.
It took me 4 hours, so... In the friend safari. I don't know. That's a cheat. Yeah. Yeah, shiny Pachirisu.
And let go of cookies in Earthbound. Just...
Oh yeah, because it says Nessa abandoned the cookies.
It's amazing.
And that's hilarious. That was an inside joke. We were going to talk about it.
But that's too late.
It was like last year, so...
Alright. So, bye.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. You can catch a gay bite in, whatever it's called, Victory Road in Platinum. Yeah, I figured that out recently.
That random scream. Alright.
That random scream, someone's watching TV. Let's end it on that. Goodbye!
Bye!
How do I stop recording? I'm gonna,
Stop, it's fine.
lock screen. Okay, bye.